Six Flags America, located in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. This is Clay with the Pennsylvania Roller Coaster Club, and we're going to take a peek at the roller coaster lineup here at Six Flags America and take you on a little journey from worst to first. But before we do, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help us out a lot, and it also enters you in the 2024 Season Pass Holder giveaway. Now, let's take a look at Six Flags America. I have a very conflicted relationship with this park. There are pros and there are cons. Couple pros, it's a pretty park. Nice landscaping. The architecture and the layout's pretty good. Nothing to complain about there. The cons, well, the ride lineup isn't particularly strong. And the operations are weak, to put it best. But let's look at the coasters. Number 9, Great Chase. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I ride my kiddie coasters for aimless additional credits, I really prefer mine to have a random cutout of a cactus. Because, well, it's a cactus-themed ride, right? Because there's a chase that occurs between a cactus and, well, anything. I know it's a kid's coaster, but, like, really? Just a random cactus? Alright, yeah, whatever. Number 8, Mind Eraser. I think probably, I don't know if it's still widely considered, but this has to be one of the worst SLCs. I know that it underwent some type of refurbishment. I don't know if that means it got painted or if there was tracking work and they're getting new trains. I have no idea. But, if it has improved, it could greatly climb this list. But, for the 2023 season, the ride was SBNO. So, it's got to be rated, where I remember it being. So, which is not good. To be clear on that one. Again, not good. But we'll see. Not 100% sure what's being done. I really haven't looked into it, to be truthful. You'd think that maybe I probably would have done that before making the video, but not so much. I didn't. Number 7, Raging Cajun. This is it's a wild mouse. Pretty cool wild mouse. It's a Zamperla wild mouse. It is, we're just kind of speeding through the layout at this point because, again, it's a wild mouse. When you've been on one, you've essentially been on them all. Number 6, Batwing. Now, some people absolutely love this ride. It has a cult following. And I get it. If this were my park and this were like the only cool differentiating thing between my park and other parks, and let's face it, it is a pretty cool gimmicky ride, I would be excited and I would probably defend it to the death as well. But the reality is, the other people that this is not their home park, that don't have any type of attachment to it, it's just not that very comfortable and not that much fun. It is one of those ones that you gotta ride once, and not just for the credit, but for the experience as well. It's not one that I'm gonna ride every visit. Number 5, Firebird. This ride gets a tremendous amount of hate, and it almost makes me like it more, if that makes any sense, but, it really does get unjust hate. This started its life as a stand-up coaster, 2012 became Firebird, and they put floorless trains on it, and everybody hates it and says that it's crap. And look, it's not great, but it's not crap either. I will even go as to say that it is average. It is average. But, you know, because so many people hate it, brings it up a little bit for me. Who knows? Next year, just to irritate people, it may slide up to 4. I haven't figured that far out yet, but it's definitely in play. It's definitely in play. But no, I mean, seriously, guys, this really is not that bad. I mean, B&M didn't make too many horrible rides, and this one, no different. Number 4, Wild One. I know that some people may have this ride rated higher, but to be fair to people that are not homers here, I also know a lot of people that have this ride rated lower. It is not the most comfortable thing in the world at this point, and it needs a little bit of attention. Or at least it did when I rode it this last season early in the year. So I can't imagine that the wooden roller coaster fairies came in between then and less than 1 year ago today, and sprinkled magical roller coaster wooden repair fairy dust all over it. I mean, even on the POV, the Helix is it's memorable. We'll say that it's memorable. That's a good description. Memorable. But I mean, it is a pretty cool ride nonetheless. I do enjoy a wooden roller coaster that beats you up a little bit, which is why it is number 4, and I do have it this high. So yeah, number 3, Roar. Now, this is probably the part that is going to irritate people the most, is that I have Roar rated over Wild One. Regardless of really where Wild One was rated, I mean, honestly, I think that 2 people in the DC Metro, I probably could have put Wild One at number 8, and everybody would have been cool with it, as long as Roar was number 9. For some reason, people don't like this roller coaster, but I find it to be pretty cool, and I find it to be a piece of history. And if you've ever been to Adventureland in Iowa and ridden one of the last of the CCIs that is eerily similar in layout and ideology to this ride, you will greatly appreciate this much, much, much more. Number 2, Joker's Jinx. No real way to say this except for this is a great ride, and it's one of the only rides that I know that is enhanced by being taken out of the dark. Typically they say, oh, every ride's better when you put it in the dark because then you can't see where you're going. Well, this kind of proves that wrong, but not because of the light, but simply because it doesn't have a mid-course brake run. So that, and for that reason alone, is why this is far superior to any of the other. Number 1, Superman Ride of Steel. And I was actually, pretty pleased to see that the Six Flags had put a POV up for one of my favorite times of day of this ride, which is sunset. You get some really unbelievable views as you see once you start to get to this point of the evening, and the darkness that starts to engulf you, especially if you get a couple more rides, maybe about 30-40 minutes after this, and it is pitch black. That's a pretty eerie feeling, because you're kind of out in the middle of a section of park that is really not park. I mean, it's detached from everything else, and for all you know, I mean, there could be like 9 bear out there that are gonna tackle you off the roller coaster, and I mean, it's pretty dark. There could be 9 bear there. I mean, probably not, but I mean, I guess it's possible. Now, if you enjoy our takes and our rankings for these rides, please like the video, and if you could subscribe to the channel. As I said, it does go a long way for us to be able to fight against the YouTube algorithm and be able to get our content seen by more people. So with that being said, Six Flags America, what do you guys think of the roller coaster lineup there? Do you find yourself falling more in line with how I rank them, or am I completely wrong in your mind? Which I'm sure to some of you I will be. But yeah, please comment below. Let me know what you think. And until next time, guys, we'll see you out there.